Well, spring is almost here. Almost. I'm Fr.Paul Seil from Buffalo, New York, and what I love about living in the northeastern United States is the change of seasons. I know you think of Buffalo, you think of snow, but it's not all snow. We have about 8 months without snow. And right now we're just on the verge of spring. Winter, we hope, is gone. And I love to come and get a taste of springtime at the Botanical Gardens in Lackawanna, New York. You know, it's beautiful here. The flowers are already blooming. It kind of reminds us of our journey through Lent to the renewal of the Easter season. This place, this Botanical Gardens, was built in 1894 on 156 acres of land. And today it still stands as a reminder of refreshment and light and life and renewal and rebirth and even resurrection. Welcome to the desert. Well, the desert room here at the Botanical Gardens. I love deserts. If I didn't live in Buffalo with the change of seasons and all that, I'd live in or near a desert, like Palm Desert would be nice, or Death Valley. I've been through there in California. The Mojave Desert. I've even been in a little desert in Texas called, a smaller desert, called Monahans, Texas. I went a little retreat I did in the desert there once. And that reminds me of the retreat that Jesus did in the desert for 40 days. That's what we're really remembering in part during the Lenten season. We Catholics begin our Lenten journey with Christ on Ash Wednesday, and we end it, on the Easter Vigil in the Easter season. And during that time of Lent, it's really a time to reflect on what do we hunger for? Well, we hunger for life with God, for life with community, for life with family. We hunger for new life, just as Jesus was hungry in the desert. I love the desert. In fact, this particular plant is called the crown of thorns. It reminds us that even though there's these sharp thorns that can go right through your skin, still there's those flowers that promise a newness of life and promise resurrection. Right now these palm branches are fresh and green, but we'll cut them and we'll use them for Palm Sunday. And then next year, we use those blessed palm branches, we burn them up and use them for Ash Wednesday, which is the beginning of the season of Lent, the season of penance and repentance. You know, when those ashes are put on your forehead, the priest or the other minister will say, "Remember you are dust, and unto dust you shall return." Or he or she will say, "Turn away from sin and be faithful to the gospel." When I was a kid, you used to go to church on Palm Sunday, get your blessed palms, go home, and mom or dad or one of your grandparents or somebody would make a little cross for you out of some of the pieces of palm. And that would go on your lapel or on your outfit for the week, and you'd wear that till the next Sunday, which was Passion Sunday. Well, since the reform of the liturgy, now the two Sundays are combined into one, Passion, Palm Sunday. Most people still call it Palm Sunday. And that reminds us of the entry into Holy Week, which is reminiscent of Jesus' entry into Jerusalem. You know, they threw down the palms in triumph. Palms were used by the ancient people as a sign of victory over oppressors and over enemies. So we enter into Holy Week. We have the Mass of the oils, at which the bishop blesses the oil of the infirm, the oil of catechumens, and consecrates the sacred chrism that's used in certain sacraments. After that, we have the beginning of the Sacred Triduum, which begins at the Mass of the Lord's Supper on Holy Thursday. At that Mass, we celebrate the institution of the Holy Eucharist, and where Jesus washed the feet of his disciples. That reminds us that we too have to symbolically wash the feet of others because we have to serve like Jesus served. On Good Friday, we celebrate the death of the Lord, commemorating his passion and death on the cross. Holy Saturday morning, the church is empty, the tabernacle's empty, because the Lord is dead. And the church, we, wait at the tomb. And then at the Easter Vigil on Saturday night and on Sunday morning, we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus the Christ, the one who gives us the gift of new life. These plants need light and water. You know, even the cactus that we saw earlier needs some light, some water. And that reminds me of the Easter Vigil. And every year at the Easter Vigil on Holy Saturday night after sundown, after dark, we light a big fire on the sidewalk near the curb, and cars slow down, and people from the neighborhood, they look and they want to see what's going on. Light, fire. Jesus Christ, the light of the world. That's what it reminds us of. We go into the church, we have a sprinkling rite, we have baptisms, we have water all over the place because we need water and we need light. Not just physical water and physical light, we need the waters of baptism that make us new. We need the light of the world, Jesus Christ, who raises us up to renewal in His presence. You know, the Easter season doesn't end on Easter Sunday. It just begins. So enjoy the 50 days of the Easter season. Have a blessed renewal. Have a wonderful Easter, and celebrate the love that God has given to you.